What's going on, guys? It's your friend, coach, and mentor, Scotty. I'm excited. It's Monday, and I figured I wanted to spend my lunchtime today with you guys and be able to answer any questions that you guys might have. So I know it's going to take a little bit for people to get hopped on to this call with us, so I'll just kind of chat it up with you guys until I see some of you guys start to hop on here. So in Idaho Falls, it's 11:48, and it's super rainy. It's been raining all day. There was huge thunderstorms last night, and it's been raining all day, so kind of gloomy outside, but I'm excited and happy to be here with you guys right now. So like I said, it's my lunch break, eating some tuna sandwiches and a banana, and I just got done with my workout. So while we're waiting for people to hop on, I am on week 10, day 1 of my Body Beast journey. So today was chest day. Feeling extremely, I feel it today. I really pushed myself, challenged myself, woke up motivated this morning. As we're waiting for people to hop on and waiting for you guys to put questions in the comments below, I'll talk to you guys about what I'm reading and obviously currently what I'm going through as well. So once you hop on, feel free to ask any question. It could be anything. It could be about health and fitness. It could be about what I eat. It could be about how I build my business. It could be about how I find customers to help, or anything like that. So while I wait for a question, I see Michael, I see you're on here, buddy. What's going on, guys? I see you guys all hopping on now. I'm reading The 12-Week Year, and it's by Brian P. Morgan. So I'm reading this. My accountability partners, Barbie, Kalev, and also David Atkins are also reading this. And it's on my to-do list later today to reach out to my 10 leaders that I'm working with to end the year strong this year. And I'm going to have them order this. So I actually see one of them hopped on right now. Christina, order this book. I see you on there. Order this book if you haven't yet. So what's going on, Jennifer? I'm ready. I'm here to answer questions for you guys. Anything that you guys have, any questions that you have about anything, feel free to ask. Let's get this conversation started. Like I said, this is what I'm currently reading, 12-week year, and also on week 10 and day 1 of my Body Beast. So I got 2 weeks left until I finish my Body Beast transformation. It's my second round. I know someone asked this on one of my pictures the other day, so I'll answer it real quick. I did break my collarbone right here a little while ago, and so I kind of had to start my journey over. So I did start Body Beast way back in 2012, 2013 when it came out, but I had to pretty much start all the way over because I had all my tendons and everything cut. I shattered this in 7 places, so I'm 2 rounds, almost completed with 2 rounds. So I see some questions hopping in now, and I'll just scroll back, and as I answer them, I'll scroll back and read them and then answer them for you. So Ellie Ann Booth has a great question. She says, I'm a part-time coach. I love my full-time job as a hairstylist. How do I find balance to do both? Ellie, so this is great because as a hairstylist, I think if you love cutting hair, that's what my sister does. You have the opportunity every day to meet people and to talk to people, ask them about their life. Like every time I've been to a haircut, I've noticed that, and for the past 10 years, it's been my sister, but they're always very good at conversations about asking how you're doing, how's life, what are you up to, what's this, what's that. So Ellie, what I would do is I would just, like, for example, live, eat, and breathe Team Beachbody. Like every conversation I have somehow leads into how Beachbody's changed my life. So I say you enjoy your full-time job as a hairstylist, and then during that job as a hairstylist, you have the opportunity to just get to meet people and add them on Facebook afterwards or Instagram, whatever platform that you use. And then obviously, as you're talking with them, you're already asking questions and finding out about them, find out what they need and how you can help them, and then just introduce them to it. And then it depends. The next part of that is what do you want to build with Team Beachbody? If you want to build something significant on top of doing your hairstylist job full time, then I would by all means set aside 2 hours a night maybe. I can't remember the stats. It was like, I was hearing it the other day, like on average, kids in America right now listen to or watch 7 hours of television a day. So I don't know what the exact number is for adults, but take whatever spare time you have. And it's crazy, but we all have at least 2 hours of spare time somewhere, believe it or not, that we waste time. Take that 2 hours and get really disciplined and committed into working your power hour, as we call it, or doing your 4 vital behaviors. So that's what I would do, Ellie, is do that. And that you could really expand on that depending on how much you want to build a culture and a team with Beachbody. on top of your, or if you just want to kind of do it to refer people once in a while. So that's my answer to that, and you're welcome. So next question is George Malios. I hope I pronounced that right and I didn't butcher it, man. Here's his question. I'm a new Beachbody coach. How do I find coaches and prospects? So George, I'm going to be a little bit sarcastic, but in a loving and friendly way. Go outside, go to somewhere where there's people, and flip a coin, and wherever it lands, whoever's closest to that coin, go up and make a new friend. So what I mean by that is I think a lot of times we overlook, and I don't like to call it where do I find new friends. It's all about how you look at and perceive things. So how do you find coaches and prospects? I 100% believe that anybody can benefit from Team Beachbody coaching. Now, when I say that, it doesn't mean everybody has to do Beachbody full time, or everybody doesn't have to complete a program and really take it to the next level and compete in a competition or be on the infomercials or anything like that. I believe that if someone does the 4 vital behaviors, which are be proof the products work, so drink your Shakeology, do your workout, follow the meal plan. If they read personal development books, if they invite, and by that, I don't even mean invite and invite people to join your team or your challenge, but just make new friends and genuinely care about people. If they do that and then they recognize the 4th vital behavior, if they just recognize people for doing good things around, because everybody's so focused on the negative in this world. If you do those 4 things, anybody's life will be benefited by being a part of Team Beachbody. So George, my answer to that is to just look for and find friends and add value to their lives, find out how you can help them and invite them. And then you can't be emotionally connected to whether they want to join you or not, because what I've found personally is when I have a conversation with somebody for the first time, I usually don't see them in my challenge group or as a coach for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, sometimes up to 3 years. So you got to get your mind off of, can I spear this person and get them into my challenge group or as a coach, and really start to look for ways to make friends and add value to that person so they can see that you care about them, they see how you can help them, and then eventually they want your help because they've seen you transform, they've seen you change, and they've seen you help them. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it in person, George. And then on social media, guys, basically on social media, I'm going to put it simple like this. Just think outside. If you were to have a traditional business, they use advertisements, right? Back in the day, it was the Thrifty Nickel. They use newspaper ads. They use click banners on websites. They use websites in general. They use, on top of that, they use billboards. Think of everything that a business does to advertise, because George, you're building a business as a Beachbody coach. So think about how they advertise. But here's the thing is the times are changing so fast that everybody, if you look around you, really take some time to dive in and look. Everybody around you is on their phone. You guys are on your phone right now. Your attention was on your phone. You saw this live video, you picked it up, and you're watching, so that's where your attention's at. So George, if you want to find prospects, put your story out there, add value, give tips, give advice, give what you're learning to other people, share your experiences on where you've been that wasn't so good, how you've overcome that, and put it out there to help people and put it where people are looking, which is on social media platforms. So George, there's some advice for you on that. For example, if you want to know from me, I blog 3 times a week. I do 3 live videos a week, and I try to get 3 videos on YouTube a week. So that's what I'm doing, George. I hope that helps you out. And then I just saw your other part of your question, how to initiate a discussion. In your opinion, are men more skeptical and resistant to women? My answer to that is, if that's what you believe, then they will be. So I have found that actually when I'm in person, it's much easier for me to talk with a male and to open up and to talk to them and start a conversation with them. Because, being a married guy with 5 kids, it's just much easier and not awkward, I guess is the word, to get out and just talk to a man and have a conversation with them about whatever it is, about hunting, about their job, this and that. So George, whatever you focus on, whatever's in your mind is what you're going to get back into the world. So I don't believe men are more skeptical and resistant than women. I believe sometimes they're a little bit more stubborn or resistant to sharing about their struggles. So on the flip side of that, you got to ask better questions than, are they more skeptical, and ask yourself a question like, how can I open up myself, or how can I talk or share something that I'm going through that's going to build rapport and trust with this man, that's going to make him open up or make him willing to open up to me and share with me what he's struggling with, so that I have the opportunity to help him. So there's my answer to that question. I see lots of people hopping on here. What's up, Tanya? What's up, David? I see David Rowan asks, how do you plan your calendar of posts? David, I do not plan and calendar my posts. And here's the thing about me, for 6 years, I've never missed posting on social media. And what it is, like I mentioned earlier, I eat, live, and breathe Team Beachbody. I do the 4 vital behaviors first thing every morning. I live off of that. Like, I live off of the struggle of not wanting to wake up and forcing myself into that through personal development, through getting my body moving, through stretching, through listening to good stuff. So I force myself into that every day. And once I force myself into action, I want to share with the world what I'm going through. And I have the deep, genuine desire to help somebody else that's struggling with getting motivated or feeling happy and joy. I feel the deep desire to add value to their lives, so I get on social media and I share what I'm learning. If I read something, I share what I'm learning with somebody. So I don't plan or calendar my posts at all. I don't plan or schedule my posts in my challenge groups. I don't plan or schedule my posts in my coach training groups. And I don't plan and schedule my posts on my social media page, my website, or my blog. I just share what's on my mind as I'm going through it. And one thing that I learned is I talked to this guy, and I'll tell you who it is, Brendan Bouchard. I went to a couple of his seminars, read a couple of his books, and he built 6 7-figure businesses in 6 6-figure businesses in 7 years. And so I asked him, what's the difference between somebody that builds a 6-figure business and somebody that doesn't, that's working on being an entrepreneur? And he said, here's the thing, we all have great ideas that come to our minds, but very few people share those ideas with the world when they happen and they get lost. So I made that decision when I heard that in 2012, that every idea, everything that came across my mind, that instead of writing it down, I should talk about this, or I should make a video about this, or maybe I could teach this to someone, I immediately start sharing it right away. I hop on a video, I hop on a Facebook Live video, I write a blog post, I write a Facebook post, and I share that idea to the world right then. So there's my long answer to your question, David. What's up, Thomas? I see Brandon on here. Francisco. What's up, Francisco? I see Melissa. I got to meet Melissa in Nashville last year. And talking about putting things out to the world, Melissa really wanted to meet me. And the funny thing is she put that out to the universe. I really want to meet Scotty at Summit. And we ended up at the same piano bar on the night that before Summit started, and we got to meet her. So guys, put out to the universe what you want, and it's going to happen if you can focus on that. I just want to share that for you. So Melissa, she says, can't wait to rewatch this. I missed the first bit. I can't seem to keep organized and use my time wisely. Any tips? That's kind of a deep question because we're all so unique and different. I'm trying to analyze this. Okay, I can't seem to keep organized and use my time wisely. So Melissa, I want you to ask yourself better questions in this case. Is it important? So here's what I would ask you, Melissa, if we were having this one-on-one. Why is it important that you get organized and use your time wisely? That's number one. And I can't really scroll down because of all the questions and comments on here. And the next question, once you figure out that, Melissa, why is it important that you get organized? The next thing is, as I like to look in the future, a lot of us are so stuck in the present time that we don't look into the future. The next thing I would ask is, Melissa, after you figure out why, what's your goals and your dreams and whatever it is that you're trying to work on right now, if you don't get organized and use your time wisely, will your life be where you want it to be 10 years from now? So that's my tip, is really look deeper into it on why and what's going to happen if you don't do that in the future. And then, see, I look at all the time, like we've built an organization of 45,000 people. We have a team that does over 1 million volume of sales in a week. And like, yes, I've made a commitment. Guys, here's the thing about commitments. You make a commitment. So Melissa, first of all, you've got to make a commitment first to be organized and to use your time wisely. And then you only have to make a commitment once. After you make the commitment once, after that, it's managing your decision daily to do that. And if you imagine it, and in order to do that, you can't go off of emotions. You must go off of the commitment. You must go off of the deep commitment that you've made, and that comes because if you go off your emotions, if you're going to make the decision to work on it that day, more days than likely, I would probably do my commitments 1 day a week, and if I did it off of my emotions. But when you make a true decision and commitment, you base your choices off of that. So, Melissa, I would really look into that. Dive into that. Why is it important to you to get organized and to use your time wisely? And then number two, is what's going to happen 10 years from now if you do not do that. Will your life be where you want it to be? Man, there's a ton of questions. What's up, Haley? What's up, Thomas? Jennifer, be on Facebook Live. Thomas, what's up, Brittany, Lori? I'm trying to scroll through here. What's up, Nadine? Christina Stencil, rock star. Christina, by the way, any of you guys, if you are on this video, we have a Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. We have a What is Coaching? What is Team Beachbody? How's everything work webinar? Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. If you want to be a part of that, comment below in this thread as well, and Christina or I will give you the information to log into that call. So Christina is going to be the one hosting that call. She says, how often do you do a hook outright invite on your social media? So Christina, right there, I just outright invited people to come look at what Team Beachbody is on social media. If I were to give a guess, I do it maybe one time a week, and then 7 days a week I'm just adding all the value that I can, motivating posts, engaging funny posts, getting people to laugh, doing the best I can to serve and help people. And then I feel at that point like I have no hesitations whatsoever to invite you to come check it out. So I would say once a week, whether it's with I show a transformation and invite you to be in the challenge group, maybe once a week, come in to check out what Team Beachbody Coaching is. Like, I just did it right there. That's probably the only time I'll do it outrightly on my social media this week specifically, but in private messages, I will do it all day long. If I've added enough value, what I feel, help somebody for a week or two with eating right or giving them some good books to read or whatnot, I'll straight up invite them. Because I have nothing to lose, and I feel an obligation to give them that opportunity. It's not up to me to determine if I should invite them or not. I should do that, and then it's up to them to say, I want to check that out, or I don't want to check that out. So I completely emotionally disconnect myself from if they tell me no, or that's not for me, because that's not up to me. For me, it took me 8 months, right, from when I first got invited, and I understood that that's how long it took. So that's my advice right there. Nadine says, how do you keep a conversation going? So there's a great book. I mean, it's an old book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I listened to that book maybe 10 times in my first year as a coach. So Nadine, I would suggest you read that book. Listen to it I think it's on YouTube even. How do you keep a conversation going? So I'll just always I'm continually learning and growing through my audios and through my books. So if it feels like I don't have anything to talk about, like I don't see anything on their social media I can ask them about or congratulate them about, I'll just suggest something. I'll be like, hey, Nadine, I was reading today about intentional imbalance. And I was thinking about the conversation we had about 2 weeks ago when you were saying you were having a hard time finding 30 minutes to do your workout. Like, I suggest, here's a 20-minute video on YouTube by Brian Morgan, who's the author of this book. Here's the link. I want you to watch it and see if this helps you. If you get some value from that, I suggest that you pick that book up and read it. So I'm just always sharing what I'm going through and inviting people to do what I'm doing, which is doing the workouts, drinking the Shakeology, being a coach, reading books, all that fun stuff. So, hey, what's up, Christine? I'm excited about our call tomorrow. So David Rowan says, how about Shalene's 30-day push? Try it out. One thing I want you guys to know about me, I'm not good at being in push groups like that. It's just part of my nature. I work naturally on my own. I make a decision and I work through it. So I actually tried the push group a couple times. I love Shalene Johnson. I've been to her Marketing Impact Academy. I've been to her Smart Success Academy, which was bomb. That's an amazing one. But as far as a 30-day push, if you need the daily accountability from somebody, that's a good thing for you. I personally don't need it, so I don't really recommend that to people. But because of I don't need that. But if you need daily accountability and help setting your goals, by all means, David, I would use that. I read the book. The book's awesome. So. Thomas says, don't get into the black hole of following and commenting on people. Wait, let me read this. Thomas, here's his question or comment. Don't get into the black hole of following and commenting on people while trying to work on Facebook. That has been my biggest problem starting off. So that's a great point that Thomas brings up there. I never check my notifications. If I picked up my phone right now, there's 99 plus notifications on my phone. Even when I get texts, I have 12 unanswered texts. I'll have 80 unanswered Facebook messages. My biggest piece of advice is here's where a lot of people get messed up in a business or building a business, is you open up your Facebook or your email and you look for work to do. And what you do is you begin to respond to other people, whether it's in a group, whether it's in a video, whether it's in an email. You begin to respond to people and you never get your tasks done. So that's a black hole. And I could, if I opened up my Facebook doing that, I could spend 8 hours and never get done answering messages and commenting back to people. So the beginning of my day, the first half of my day, is entirely without opening up an email, a Facebook, a notification, which I never do notifications, by the way. And I do my personal development. I write my blog posts. I make my videos. I do my workouts. I do my follow-up list. Today I had 4 big items I needed to write off of my list, like sending the list of 112 names to the organization GoPro so they can distribute the tickets. So I had to do that before I respond to anybody. I had to have my challenge group double check that all my challengers got into the app, because 6 of them did not. So I had to personally text and message them and make sure they got in. I had to do my new invites and my new follow-ups. And after I got done with all that, then I began to answer messages and answer and do emails and stuff like that. So that's a black hole. So make sure that you set out your tasks. And here's the thing, guys, if I get that done, I don't care if I don't answer everybody's messages or emails, because I took care of what I needed to do, what was on my to-do list. Okay. So Christina says, okay, what's up, Mark? I see Matt on here as well. So Nadine says, do you post the Beachbody Challenge daily winners on your page? Nadine, I don't post it daily. Like once in a while, if I'm really inspired by one, I'll share it. But I don't share a link, because links don't get shared. If I post a YouTube link or a blog link or somebody else's blog link on my Facebook, the algorithm of Facebook doesn't let people see that. So what I'll do is I'll take the picture, put it up, ask an engaging question, and I'll share that post on there. So Brandon Hartzell, interested. All right, brother. I'll make sure that we send you a message, brother, and we'll get you on that call. So suggestions on spousal support, Brandon says. And guys, I got about 5 more minutes. Brandon says suggestions on spousal support. So my belief on spousal support is, like, you've got to do you, right? By all means, you should respect your spouse in that aspect. But like if let's say your spouse isn't working out, or like, I'm not a marriage counselor, let's put it like this. But if you have a deep, genuine desire, let's say for the past 10 years of your life, you've been watching Netflix at night, or you've been playing video games, or you've been playing softball. Now, all of a sudden you make this decision and you're like, I'm going to build a Beachbody business. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do 2 hours a day. If your spouse does not support you, or says that you're stupid or dumb or you're wasting time, like, I'm not a marriage counselor, but there's an issue there that's got to be taken care of somehow. So it's just open communication, saying, hey, this is what I believe in, this is why I'm a coach, this is how, like, if a spouse doesn't support you in Beachbody coaching and it makes you happy, it's improving your health, it's improving your spirituality, your mindset, and you're just overall a happier person, and you found some purpose in helping others, and they don't support that, there's some problems. And I'm not saying anything about that, because that's not my issue, but that's got to be taken care of. It has nothing to do with Beachbody. But that's my support. That's my suggestion on that, Brennan. But the best way to do that is open communication about why you're doing it, and then setting specific hours. Like if you're, Brennan, if you're like, okay, to your wife, you're like, okay, I'm passionate about this. She's like, okay, that's good. And you tell her, I'm going to work 8 to 10 every night. And then you're on your Facebook over here. This is my other phone right here. And like, you're supposed to be at dinner with her, or you're supposed to be playing with the kids, and you're scrolling your phone and trying to respond and sneaking outside and getting on the phone with people, trying to sell a challenge pack and whatnot. That's a problem, and that's your problem. That's an issue that you have with not staying committed to your commitment of just working your business during your business time and being with your family during your family time. So Christina, yep, exactly. Being reactive to your business rather than proactive. Being proactive means you have a specific to-do list and you're knocking that out. And if you want a to-do list, guys, I have a video called the 10 Things I Do Every Day. It's on my YouTube channel. Also, guys, you just keep it simple. Do your workout, do your personal development, teach what you learned on your personal development on social media. And number 3 is invite people. So reach out, start a conversation with 3 to 5 new people, build friendships, and then recognize somebody. Do that every day, and you do that for a year. Guys, you're going to start to see something is going to come out of that. The problem that I see that upset, I don't get upset a lot, but I get upset about this mentality of get something for nothing. So I want you to think about it. I get upset by that. Like, I don't see how anybody expects or suspects that they could have this incredible business and incredible relationships when you half-ass things and show up half the time. You deserve nothing if that's how you're acting or how you're behaving. So make sure that you become the person. Like, I get this question all the time, is like, Scotty, like, I would have a great business, but it seems like nobody's doing anything. And they're like, I want to attract great leaders and great people to my team. And I ask them, what is a great leader? What does a great person look like? And they can't even describe what that is. And they haven't worked on becoming that person themselves. So I think an important thing that I want to leave you guys with as we're getting out of this Q&A today is it's important that you look yourself in the mirror every single night or a couple times a day and say, Scotty, if your people, your prospects, your coaches, your challengers, if they thought and acted like you did today, would your business grow and would their business grow? So that's my advice for you guys today. Thank you guys for hopping on with me for this Q&A and joining me on this lunchtime break. And I hope you guys have an incredible day. If this helps you, please share it on your team page. Please share it on tag somebody in it. I don't care. Remember also, I just want some people to make some changes in their lives because that's what my passion, that's what my purpose is. And no matter if you're on our team or not, a coach on another team, I don't care. You guys are welcome to come visit us Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, to learn what this Beachbody thing is, all the details, what a challenge group is, what it means to be a customer, what it means to be a coach, how much is involved, like how much does it cost, how much time do you have to put in, all that stuff is going to be there for you guys Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern with Christina Stencil. You can see her up here in the comments. We will drop, Christina, could you grab that link and the phone number, drop it in the comments for everybody so they can mark their calendar, because we are going to fill that call on Thursday and have an awesome time. So I hope you guys have an incredible day and enjoy. Well, we're enjoying the rain here, and let's go out and crush it. If you haven't done your workout yet, I'm counting on you to take care of yourself today. Love you guys. We'll see you later.